Good morning, folks. Today is Sunday, and I'm going to show you few different things. One is what I bought yesterday, and what is my new challenge or current challenge that I'm doing, and what I have done yesterday that made me happy and I'm looking forward. Now, first is first, I told you guys that in 2023 I have got two particular challenge or two particular New Year's resolution that I want to do. One is this: be more natural, be more minimalistic, and go back to the wild. So I have been taking a bath or shower, whatever you want to call, with 24 liters of water. So one bucket is 12 liters roughly, so 24 liters, whereas a standard 5-minute shower takes 75 liters and a bath takes 80 liters of water. So less water. Plus, I'm getting the benefit of cold water plunge, which is extremely beneficial. It wakes you up. Nothing wakes you up like a cold water plunge, like an ice bucket challenge. And it is very good for immune system. It is good for longevity. It decreases your aging, and it activates autophagy, cleans up all the dirty cells. However, if you've never done this before, don't go straight into it. Just switch your shower from hot to cold just before coming out. Second, recently I went to Bordeaux, France, and as I was packing my bag, I thought, can I leave from a bag, like a travel bag, for 1 week? And I have done this. Today is my day 7, and I'm extending it to another week. And everything that I need for my toilet needs is all here, as if I'm in a hotel, although in hotel you don't need this. But this is more kind of a tent life or camping life. So I'll show you what is the minimum that a guy needs. You need to shave. This is olive oil. And after that, you need to put some moisturizer. This is homemade beeswax flavored with essential oil and little bit of aloe vera. And as you can see, that's an aloe vera plant. Very beneficial. You need to look after your teeth. I used to use like a electric rotary, but that's not organic. So a little bit of small toothpaste. This is very important. It's a string floss in between the teeth, and this is the in between the base of the teeth. These two are very important. Everybody does this, but still periodontal disease, the tooth decay is skyrocketing, cavities. So yeah, and that's me in the mirror. And this is for nasal hygiene. So you need to clear your nasal space and paranasal sinuses, because dirt, bacteria, virus can stay there as common cells, and they get in when you go outside in cold weather, and then you come back home, you catch the cold. So you don't catch the virus when you go out, you catch the virus when you come in, because when you go out, your nasal blood vessels shrink because you're feeling cold, but the moment you come home, it dilates because it is warmth of inside the house, and that's when all the bacteria and viruses get in. Okay, but doing this regularly, your body temperature system becomes more resilient. Does it make sense? Okay, so this is it, living out of a box. And as I said, the problem is with the cold water that it is so cold that you will try to rush. You scream, shout, and come out of it as quickly as possible. So you don't clean your body that well. So I followed the Roman soldiers, what they used to do, because they used to fight in strange places and forests. So all they will do, put some hot water like this, and cold water, just put some hot water and clean their body, just a piece of cloth extensively, just take away the dirt and stuff, no soap, but clean skin, and then take cold plunge, and that's it. And clean, wipe your body clean, dry, using the same stuff. Okay, so that's it. And now if I show you the other side of things, what is happening, and this is a new coffee, Machu Picchu. So this is a grade 4, grade 3, I think it's grade 4. Coffees are graded. So I loved my last coffee. This is from Colombia coffee, and this is all empty. I finished it all. So I just wanted to, normally I will wait for this to finish and then I will go for the new one, but I just wanted to compare the two smells. It's so different. Both are equally addictive and good. So as I prepare my coffee, this is still Colombian coffee. And as you know, I tend to put some fat in my morning coffee, and this is my coconut fat. And this concept has come from ancient Tibet and Nepal. Very hardworking Sherpas who take the rock climbers and mountaineers to Mount Everest. This is what they drink in the morning. This will still keep your ketosis or intermittent fasting ongoing, because this doesn't generate any insulin spike or sugar spike, but you will feel that you have eaten something or drank something very good. And let me have one quick sip. As you can see, I wake up pretty early, 5 o'clock usually. And the only people who are awake at that time is this one. No, she's feeling a bit sleepy. Oh no, she's stretching. Now, come on. So, what's next? Don't deviate from the topic. So, the other thing I wanted to share, the role of gadgets, and there are some mental gadgets and physical gadgets. So, yesterday we tried to open a bottle of wine with many different things, and we couldn't. So I had to send out an SOS message in my neighbor's WhatsApp group, and my good friend came with this, and just such a clever stuff. But obviously I tried to go back to the basic. Could I have opened the bottle of wine without this thing? And that's the next project. Now, this morning I want to surprise my wife and make her very happy, because I can work, and when you work really fast you will mess up with the rhythm, but she's left-brained. She doesn't like break up of her rhythm, and she wants to know, I want to know, if I want to find cumin, I want to go like cumin, like this. So I have got a bunch of stickies, and I bought this stuff from Homebase yesterday, and I'm going to also buy 6 more, I think. There are 70 spices here. I use these spices most frequently, and these are big volume because these are also very frequently used spices. Those are less. So I'm going to change all the levels and put this. I've got 100 levels here, 70, so I'll leave 30. So that's it. And the other thing is that, why do I always read? And I speed read. You think speed reading is bad? No, it is good. Who is a better driver, the Formula One or you? Obviously the Formula One. So if you know how to speed read, you will retain a lot more. Your attention will be more glued, and it's a challenge. Make everything a challenge rather than a punishment. This is a very interesting book, Stolen Focus, Why You Can't Pay Attention. And this is a very interesting and very good book. The best book, I think. This is from Saira. Saira is a colleague of mine, and she runs the most successful obesity clinic in Imperial. And memory. Yesterday we talked about the dementia. The friend who visited us for dinner, telling that how her mother recently died last year from dementia. So if your parents or somebody's suffering from dementia, remember it starts way before actually it starts. So it starts in your 40s and 50s rather than 70s and 80s. So unless you keep a track of your cognition, and there is a test we use in medicine called mini mental state, but recently I heard about the interesting tool called cognoscopy. How do you know that your brain is not showing early decline, and what are the steps that you can take to prevent that? So do some new learning. So the reason I read all these books is because I want to learn something new regularly. And the reason I take all these crazy challenges, 7 days, 30 days, is because when you keep your brain ready to break the habit, it thinks I need to be sharp and vigilant and watchful. But if you sleepwalk every day doing the same boring stuff, I won't say boring, same necessary stuff, maybe every day, in and out, you can do everything with your eyes closed, the brain thinks, okay, you don't need me anymore. because you now know it with your body. You can, when you're driving and you are thinking or chatting and suddenly you realize that you've gone to your hospital rather than the market because it is Sunday, you're not going to your hospital. So that's called body memory. So once you have done something enough, even if it's a cognitive habit, it will be a cognitive habit. So you will make the same bias. So if you're seeing a patient, then 9 patient out of 10 is constipation. So that will take your alert off and you will think, oh, this is another one. So if you're not thinking, you may go into your habitual thinking. Does it make sense? So it is not body habit, it is habitual thinking habit. And I don't want that. I want to be always on the ball, So the other thing that will make your memory really good other than learning and taking many challenges is to keep your body physically active. And you need 3 different things to keep your body physically active. And you're thinking, oh my God, if one thing is not good enough, I don't find any time for my body. Listen, guys, the first thing is your health. It goes, everything goes. Then comes relationship, yeah? And then comes your work and finance. But now it's other way around. We flipped it. So we work first, relationship comes second to my work, and third is my health. I don't have any time. I'm so busy. Guys, if you're so busy that you cannot spend 12 minutes of your time, you are leading a crappy life. That's not a success. I won't call that a successful life. 12 minutes? So HIIT is very interesting, high intensity interval training, and skipping if you're not fond of running. If you're not fond of running, I am fond of running, so I will run. And if you want to check your aerobic threshold, your VO2 max, run as fast as you can for 12 minutes and see the distance. Plot it on the website. You will know your VO2 max, meaning how much oxygen your lungs and heart can extract. Now, if you have not done this before, so don't just buy one and start, skipping here. Go slowly, yeah? Just do spot jump maybe, yeah, like this, without any skipping rope, and gradually. You need to condition your body, because if you are very motivated listening to this video, say, oh, I'm going to change my life in 7 days. No, you can't. So small, tiny habit. Say 5 jumps every morning when I'm making my coffee, something as crazy as that. And the other thing is you need to use your muscles. After 30, after 40, you are going to lose your muscle every year. Tiny 1% change, and we need our muscles to move. So a little bit of spend some money, make your own home gym, because people don't go to gym. They will find 100 different excuses not to go to gym. So even if you don't want this, what you can do push-up on the floor, and if you can't do on the floor, incline push-up. That's for upper body strength, and lower body strength is sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. If you are new, do it on the couch or something. If you're not new, do it just without any couch. And then as you progress, put something on both hands, like a bag of potatoes or something. Yeah, and that's your leg strength. And the studies have shown in identical twins, the one which has got more squat leg strength will live longer, even at an elderly age, advanced age. I also bought these 2 yesterday. Broom, broom. And clean. So in the toilet, sometimes you will see a lot of hairs here and there. It doesn't look nice. And people normally use vacuum cleaner. But as I say, I'm trying to go organic. Like if I'm living in a forest, etc., what I'll be using? I'll be using this. Yesterday, my friend presented me with Ninja Fury, which the book I was looking for, because this is my new love affair, this Ninja, because I'm an excellent cook, I think. Or at least I want to think. And although I love flames, but this is a new thing, very economical, and this is one of the things that healthy stuff. Indians are not very healthy in terms of we love our food. What happened? There is a dent. Who did it? I didn't. Anyway, dents will come to our life anyway, here and there, fractures and infections and operations and bad news, but we need to be resilient. The other thing I was telling, if you are a bit elderly like me, you need to be kind of bit careful, particularly if you're diabetic. So this tiny device, can you see? So that will stick to your skin, and for the next 7 days, it will continuously send data of your blood sugar to your mobile phone via an app. There are many companies. Libre is one, another one I did a video, YouTube video 3 years ago, and this is the new generation stuff. It is continuous, whereas in Libra, I think you need to bring your mobile phone next to this sensor on your skin, and you will get an immediate reading. The other thing is prepare for naughty stuff. So I've got a sweet tooth. So rather than giving into craving, I prepare for my craving. So I will try to give my craving as a reward rather than just going for it. And I will also take some mitigating steps. So if I take 1 tablespoonful of vinegar, any sort of vinegar, apple cider or not, with a glass of water before I go for sweets, it will delay the absorption of sweets and cause less sharp a sugar spike. So less sharp an insulin spike, which is the main idea, not to let insulin go high. And why? Because it neutralizes, it decreases the efficiency of amylase enzyme in the stomach, not stomach, I mean the gut, because we need amylase to digest this, to absorb this, not to absorb, but digest, and then absorption will take place. But if you take apple cider vinegar just before this, it delays that. It deactivates or doesn't help that enzyme amylase. And also it goes into your blood and helps the muscle to soak up all this extra sugar. So if you're going for sugar, think about a glass of apple cider vinegar. And the other thing is that if you want to be healthy, always make your own lunch yourself. And 3, 4, 5 meals, no, not 5, maybe 3 meals a week out of 21 meals, you can go out, have food, whatever you want to have, cookies, etc. But on a regular basis, choose your carbs and sweets beforehand. Yeah, and make it a interesting thing. What carb I'm going to have today, like a bad carb. Although I'm saying bad carb, nothing is bad. It's a sugary carb, and we need sugar. We need mangoes. You know what I mean. You need to be honest, because I will eat this. I cannot tell you don't eat carb. It's all about just take an assessment, right? So what we covered today, so that you know what we covered. We talked about coffee, and that's my personal stuff. Reading about books and why you should read books, and leveling of all my spices. Yeah, so that you remember 70 spices. And to make your wife happy, always happy wife, happy life. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So yesterday I bought this because now I am also washing all my clothes in those buckets with some powder, and I'm hanging it outside like old style. So if you wash your clothes every day as it comes, you do not need a washing machine. And I never ever used a dishwasher. Washing machine, yes. The thing I have to remember that this is a challenge I'm doing, so I probably will not be able to do this for the rest of my life. Who knows? And I have just bought these actual plants for my fish tank, because I never done this. But as I'm trying to get more and more organic and less artificial, I bought this yesterday. And also we talked about the value of tools and value of innovation. And in life, we need some tools to get better, to save money, to improve our relationships. So I'm making a website called www.7mdoctor.com. And I want to share my thinking about the 5 different pillars that you need to focus on to improve and have happy health. And it is not that I'm an expert. I'm telling you that's what I'm doing, and I'm sharing and I'm learning. So I just wanted to share with you. Have a lovely, lovely Sunday. Yes. And I think it's time for you to wake up, baby. Hello. What is it? Lazy Sunday? Probably.